Echoes of Time is a strategic game for 2 to 4 players, in which you attempt to create the best equipped fellowship of characters from different factions to conquer the sources of power. Try to control and modify the flow of time to outshine your opponents. Each player gets 2 action cubes and a time board with 5 time tiles. The 6th tile goes next to the board. Set up a central supply of victory points, formed by 12 victory points per player. Randomly choose 1 source card per player and place them in the center of the table. Create a deck of fellowship cards and deal 7 to each player. At the beginning of the game, choose 1 card to play from your hand. Pay the cost by discarding the indicated number of cards, and put the card on your time board in the position indicated by the hourglass icon. Each round consists of 3 phases: time phase, action phase, end of round phase. In the time phase, take the off-board time tile and insert it in the left slot of the board, sliding all the other tiles to the right, until a tile comes off the board. If there are cards on the tile that leaves the board, summon them. They are now part of your fellowship. If they have a lightning effect, activate it immediately. Other cards may have permanent effects, always active. Then draw a new card. In the action phase, starting from the first player, each player uses an action cube to perform a main action. Put the cube in an available action space of your board. There are 4 main actions. With the first action, draw 2 cards and add them to your hand. With the second action, play 1 card on your board, paying its costs. Discard the number of cards indicated and place the card in the position indicated by the hourglass icon. Each time tile can hold a maximum of 2 cards. If a tile already has 2 cards, you can put the new card on an available tile on the left of that tile. With the action Advance 2 cards, you can move 2 cards on your time board 1 position to the right, or 1 card 2 positions to the right. If a card gets off the board, summon it on your fellowship. The last action is Conquer or Fortify a source. If you choose to conquer, commit 1 or more creatures from your fellowship to conquer a source card. If you attack a source in the middle of the table, the total strength of the creatures must be greater than the strength indicated next to the conquer icon. If you attack a source owned by an opponent, the total strength must be greater than the total strength of the creatures your opponent has under the card. Take the conquered card and place it in your fellowship. Immediately activate the effect next to the conquer icon. Place the used creatures under the source card. You can no longer use the card's effects, but all the icons remain visible. When you lose control of a source, the creatures remain in your fellowship. If you choose to fortify a source you control, ensure that the total strength of the creatures beneath it is greater than the strength indicated next to the fortify icon. Immediately activate the fortify effect. Slide the creatures completely beneath the card. Their icons are no longer visible, but the source cannot be conquered from you. You will control it for the rest of the game. During your turn, you can perform 1 or more free actions, before or after the main action. There are 2 free actions: activate the flame effect and increase control over a source. You can activate the flame effect on a card or source in your fellowship if the color of the flame corresponds to the one on the time tile currently off the board. Each effect can be activated once per round. Use an activation token to mark it is used. You can increase control over a source you conquered by moving creature cards from your fellowship beneath the source. By doing so, you increase the total strength to protect the source from your opponent, and to reach the fortify strength value. When all players have placed both their action cubes, the action phase ends. Proceed to end of round phase. If you have more than 10 cards in your hand, discard down to 10 cards. Take your action cubes off the board. Remove the activation tokens from your cards. Pass the first player token to the player to your left. The game ends at the end of the round in which any of the following conditions are met. The victory point supply is depleted. A player has 12 cards in their fellowship. Sources count as 2 cards. Or all sources have been fortified. Finish the round and proceed to final scoring. Sum up the points accumulated during the game. Add victory points from sources conquered or fortified. Add victory points from cards summoned in your fellowship. Cards with a scoring effect have a variable value depending on the indicated condition. The player with the most points wins. In case of a tie, the player who has fortified more sources wins. You are now ready to play Echoes of Time.